Hey everybody, this is Okie Twister 66. I'm coming to you today on board a new 2024 Chieftain Limited. Let's do a little bit of a ride and review, so stick around and we'll be right back. Hey, thanks for sticking around. Most of you guys are used to seeing me on a Harley Davidson recently. Well, I've still got the Fat Boy, but I wanted to do a little bit of a review on this brand new bike, this 24 Indian Chieftain. It's got the 116 Thunderstroke engine. It was a leftover 24. The 25s are out and about. This was a new leftover 24. Okay, thank you very much. So this is my first, I guess, big bike, and man, I gotta tell you, it's a little different animal than what I'm used to. The weight does make a difference. And not so much when you're, riding down the road. It's the takeoffs and the landings. I'm still trying to get my sweet spot in my stops, especially. Yeah, it's a little different, but I will tell you this, I think it turns easier than my Fat Boy. Of course, that Fat Boy's got that big meat on the back, which, it's not impossible to ride. It's not like difficult to ride. It's just a little different. I mean, every bike has their own unique characteristics. So this bike, it's got a lot of things on it that I am not accustomed to having, like all of this dash, okay, which is pretty cool. It's got the windshield that goes up and down. It's got cruise control, of course, but the ride command display, it's got a ton of features, and I generally have not had an opportunity to delve deep into that aspect of this bike yet. I'm getting ready to go on vacation, and I was trying to get a few miles. I'm still short of the 500-mile first oil change and maintenance. There, that was a nice, good, smooth stop. Starts aren't too bad. This one has 2 rotors on the front, so it's got a pretty good set of brakes. As far as the seat, I'm really not sure yet. I haven't had it enough miles to know, what my thoughts are on the seat. I have a feeling that in time, you know, I've ended up putting new seats on everything pretty much. You know, I like to have a comfortable seat. That's the whole reason I ride, is for enjoyment. If I'm not comfortable, I'm not enjoying it. So I don't know yet. A little bit too early. Bone stock exhaust on this bike. There are no modifications. I've toyed with the idea of doing an exhaust modification, and I'm pretty sure that I will at some point, but I'm going to have to save up a little bit of money to do that. Oh, another thing, and I did order, because Indian, the part is on back order. It's the rear guards, it's the bag guards. You know, it has the front ones, as you can see. Did not have the back ones. I asked about them. They're like $300 something, and but they were on back order, so I said I'll pass. And I got some on Amazon that we'll be putting on in short order, probably once I get back from vacation. So yeah, I'm going to the Ozarks for vacation. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take the bikes. We're going to be flat towing the Jeep, so can't take the Jeep and the bikes, unfortunately, at this time. So that's what we got coming up. But yeah, I'm going to put the those chrome bag guards, you know, we'll get those installed probably, like I said, right after I get back from our trip. Yeah, it's just going to take me a little time. Let's see, I've got 268 miles on the bike. So we're taking it through its break-in period, but yeah, I do like the ride command. It's got the 3 different sport or ride modes. We've got the standard mode, then a touring mode, which is you know, just kind of a normal mode, and then they've got the sports mode. I'm pretty much keeping it in the middle mode. I did run it in the touring mode, which is the lower or the least, I guess, throttle response. And there's probably some other things involved in that. But boy, I didn't like it at all. And it was primarily just the throttle response. So I think I'm going to stay out of that mode unless I have some bad weather or some other reason to think about using that. But sports mode, I want to get a little bit more comfortable in the regular mode before we do that. Let's see, other features. Well, you can see I've already put my phone mount on. This is for my GoPro, and there's a lot of construction going on here, and I don't like this sand. I'm just gonna cruise right on through here. I saw that this morning on my way to work. I'm on my way home actually right now. So boy, it's a good drive or ride home. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Well, you know, the ride, man, this thing is really, it has a great smooth ride. The power seems just fantastic. You know, when I first picked up the bike, I had about a 45-minute ride home, and so it was just, man, I mean, it was mostly highway. So I was able to jump on the highway, put up the windshield. On the PowerBand audio, I put that on. I haven't really messed with it much because I'm still just, like I said, I'm still just getting used to the bike, and it can be a distraction trying to figure out all the doodads. So I haven't really, I played the radio a little bit, and it was hard to hear at volume. Apparently it has some sort of a noise canceling or a volume canceling deal whenever you're come to a stop sign. So I don't know. Once again, just got to Just got to get into it and figure out how everything works. See, I think the biggest thing, the hurdle I'm going to have, and it's just going to take a little bit of time and practice like anything else, but it's just the weight of this and slow speed maneuvers, you know, parkings, maneuvering it in and out of the garage, and finding good parking spaces, you know, in tight quarters, you know, the typical, you know, slow type maneuvers that we all experience on a day-to-day basis. But so let's talk about the windshield. You know, it's adjustable. It's got a power windshield, so it's cool. It's got this little button right down here, and if you tap it and hold it and stop it where you want to go, you know, either up or down. And if you tap it twice, it goes all the way. If you tap it twice down, it goes all the way down. If you tap it twice up, it goes all the way up. So I just hit it twice. Let's see. There, it's down all the way. So here's its range. So here's going all the way up. And that's really like, man, the top of that is just right in my line of sight. So I need to really kind of go down with it. I like to look over it a little bit. And having said that, the wind, okay, I'm 5'7". I have a short inseam too, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So I'm 5'7", and so I was really hoping to get a little bit more protection from the wind, to be honest with you. See, the wind starts hitting me about here, so I can feel it right across the top of my helmet. So it gives me a little extra wind noise. But if I sneak down here, and there's a little bit of buffeting up here, but you know, none down there. So anyway, I've seen these Clockworks and Freedom shields that have this like this curved lip, you know, across the top of the windshield, and so I'm considering one of those. I'm just not sure how, you know, what height I should look at getting. So if anybody has any recommendations for somebody that's 5'7", I can flat foot this bike, but I have to really scooch way up onto the front of the seat in order to stretch my short little leg out there and grab that kickstand. So I did have Indian order the kickstand, and so we'll get that put on probably at the first service. Just let them do it while it's in there. You know, I can manage fine. I can put it down. I can get it. I can reach it, but it's just not the most comfortable, and it looks a little awkward, and to be honest, it feels a little awkward. Man, my overall impressions on this bike, I'm super excited to get some more miles on it. I'm going to use it primarily, probably, you know, I don't have a whole lot of time these days to go on extended rides. So most of my traveling or riding on this bike is going to be, I like, you know, back and forth to work. I'm about 8 or 9 miles from work, and it's got saddlebags, so I can take my briefcase and my laptop with me, and a sack lunch if I need to. It's hard to take my laptop to work on my fat boy. Yes, I hear you. I have a backpack, and I have a sissy bar. I could easily strap it to my back or to the passenger pillion and the sissy bar. However, that's uncomfortable. It's a lot easier just to put it in the saddlebag and be on my way. This bike is very comfortable on the highway. I'm behind this truck. I mean, yeah, there's some wind, but you know, hey, I live in Oklahoma. if I'm not used to the wind by now, then we got a real problem. So no, the wind doesn't bother me like, before I started riding it was always, oh, the wind, it's scary. It's going to blow you over. Or the other myth about the fat boy and the solid front wheel, about how that sucker catches wind and it'll literally blow you off the road, that's baloney. Living where I live, if the wind were going to blow me off the road on my fat boy, I'd know it. So thanks for sticking around and riding along with me to do this ride review of the 2024 Chieftain Limited with PowerBand audio. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit me with some comments. I had a couple of questions in there. Did you catch them? If so, hit me up with some answers to those questions, and I'll certainly respond with answers to any of your questions. So thanks for watching. Until next time, have fun, ride safe, 2 wheels down.